While I was living in the RV park called Camper Resort Lake Travis, the Lord set aside the time for me to write 2 books. The interesting thing is, moments after I uploaded the second book to be published, I received a phone call from Angie Presley and Mary Ellen Foster saying they needed to speak to me right away. When I went down to their RV, I was told that all of us that lived in Camper Resort had to move. The owners decided that they were going to shut down the park indefinitely. While praying about whether or not to sell my RV or whether to try to find another RV park to move it to, Laura Gunther called me and she invited me to go to an Immerse conference in Kansas City, Missouri. While I was praying about whether or not to attend that, she not only lined up the accommodations, but Wade Ferris agreed that he would pay for the cost, which enabled me to be able to go. Over the years, the Lord has moved me around to different types of ministries to expose me to different types of teaching. I didn't know up to this point much about the IHOP KC prayer movement. So while I was up at the Immerse conference, which was sponsored by IHOP KC, I prayed, Lord, is this something you want me to do? Do you want me to turn around and become part of this ministry and to move up here to Kansas City? And during the whole time that I was there at the Immerse conference, I kept seeing the number 33 appear everywhere. When I got back to Austin, I started praying, Lord, I don't have enough money to be able to move up there and continue to be working full-time in ministry. Kept praying, Lord, do you want me to sell my RV or do you want me to just relocate to a different RV park in the greater Austin area? And the Lord, I felt like, really answered that prayer. And not only did he answer it, but he told me exactly what to sell my RV for, which was $33,000. Well, one morning I decided not to go to church, and I decided after getting my RV prepared for sale and detailing it and cleaning it up, I took a bunch of pictures that morning, and then I posted them on Facebook, and I put RV for sale, $33,000. And then I was getting ready to turn around and take all those photos that I had taken and put it on Trader RV magazine and all kinds of other different locations that could help me sell it. And while I was in the middle of getting ready to post this everywhere, I got a phone call from Angie Presley and Mary Ellen Foster. And they said, hey, after church, we went to lunch with Ken Bork. And out of nowhere, Ken said that he was interested in buying an RV. And we saw that you this morning posted on Facebook that you were going to sell your RV. Can we bring him by to take a look at it? And so Ken came over and looked at it, said he was very interested in buying it, but not enough to be able to put down a deposit. And so after he left, I prayed about what to do. And what I heard the Lord tell me to do through thought impressions was something that didn't make any sense at all. But the Lord told me, he said, if you want to sell this RV for $33,000, don't post any post on RV Trader magazine or anywhere else. And I want you to remove the post that you made on Facebook about your RV being for sale. In other words, I had to do it the way God wanted me to do it, which was through faith. And so I took down the post and waited for Ken to buy my RV. And it seemed like months went by. It could have been weeks. I'm not sure exactly how long, but Ken didn't come forward to buy my RV. And at the last minute, when I was getting ready to make the move here to Kansas City, I called somebody up that I found out moves RVs. I didn't have a truck that could pull it, but I called this person up and he agreed to charge me $1,200 to move my RV from Austin to Kansas City. And because I didn't sell my RV, I was going to live in a RV park that said they had a spot open for me called Peculiar in this area up here. And as I was on the phone making final arrangements to move my RV up a few days later, Ken called on the other line. And he said, I do want to buy your RV, and I'll give you exactly $33,000. God's timing is always perfect. It's never early. It's never late. It's always on time, usually at the last second. And so Ken bought my RV. The following morning, I received an email from a company that managed a pension fund that I didn't even know I had. And in that email, they let me know that I could cash in my pension fund now that I had turned 55 years old. Well, not only did I have the money from the $33,000 sale of my RV, but now I had also this other money from this pension fund, which fully funded me being able to live the next 5 years as a missionary in Kansas City, Missouri. In the book of Ecclesiastes, in chapter 2, starting in verse 4 through 6, it says, "There's a time to cry, a time to laugh, a time to grieve, and a time to dance. A time to search and a time to quit searching, a time to keep and a time to throw away."